welcome back to the Three Not So Wise Men. I'm Austin.
I'm Krais.
And I'm Jyck.
And today, we have a fun prompt for you.
Dun-dun!
Create your own reality TV series. So,
Just camera angles.
Yeah.
Different camera angles.
Basically, this could be anything that you can see. This could be something like some sort of drama series like the Kardashians or whatever. This could be a game show like Survivor, Wipeout, Big Brother. It could be a cook show like Hell's Kitchen or MasterChef. Two shows that have Gordon Ramsay, coincidentally. Or like a home garden TV series like Fixer Upper. But, you know, whatever you want. Just reality TV series. So, before we start, first off, how's everyone feeling about this prompt?
He looked at me as he says that. I don't like reality TV. I don't. I'm against it, honestly. Like, for those who enjoy it, great. More power to you. I don't. Don't ask me to watch a reality TV show and be upset when I don't. I've had that happen.
That was such a great cutaway interview, Jack. I'm amazed.
Okay, that was good.
Krais, what's your experience with reality TV?
No.
No?
Just nothing.
Nothing?
Okay, that's not entirely true. I do
So you're
like...
a liar.
I am a liar.
Vote him off.
Pans away. Secretly, I am a massive liar, and they have no idea. I'm not even... My real name's not even Krais.
What is it?
Side conversation between Jack and I think Krais is a liar.
You know what? Like, what kind of name is Krais? That's got to be made up.
It's definitely made up for Chris. But...
Yeah. He didn't even try that hard to change it either.
Yeah, I mean...
I thought his name was...
a CH with a K?
Yeah.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
Nothing!
Can I join this conversation?
No!
Okay! What?
I legit thought he said Chris when he introduced himself. Like, I was calling him by his real name for a week. Anyway.
Alright, as you said.
Well, there's a lot of... there's not a lot of reality TV shows that I do watch. Like, I'm not a big Kardashian fan. I hate the Kardashians. And I'm not a big Survivor fan. Not a fan of The Bachelor. But, like, game shows and then, like, competitions. I like those kind of shows. Yeah. I'm not one for MasterChef because it just makes me hungry. And I already have a problem with eating a lot of food. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
For me, I enjoy a good reality show every now and then. Like, I'm definitely more on the side of those game show ones because my household was a big Brother family, so we watched a lot of episodes of that. We also, like, I watched a lot of reality TV, actually. Survivor, really love that one. That's one of my favorite reality TV series. What else is there? Oh, we love watching Fixer Upper on HGTV.
Yeah.
And it's just really impressive to see the house transformations. And then also, we like to watch the cooking shows for the exact reason why Krais dislikes them, because they tend to make us hungry. It's like, you know what? I wish I could cook like that. Yeah. That is impressive. That looks good. And then also, it's always fun to hear Gordon Ramsay say, "You f***ing donkey!"
When did Shrek take over MasterChef?
Yeah, you didn't know that was a special episode.
Damn.
As far as, like, what the ones we've seen, which ones have we seen, if any?
Alright, let me start listing things off. We've got Big Brother, The Amazing Race, Survivor, Wipeout.
Yeah, let's go.
American Ninja Warrior.
I was going to bring that one up, yeah.
Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares.
Etc. Yeah.
Yeah, I can keep going.
Yeah.
Fixer Upper, The Scott Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many that I feel like if we went through every single one, we would just...
Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
He's going to be like that. He's going to be like that for another hour. In fact, he's not even going to do the prompt.
Krais, which ones have you seen? Like, just don't you don't need to list all of them. Just like maybe even just the types and some standouts.
Ooh, here's one you didn't say. Family Feud. Love Family Feud.
That one's alright.
Is it technically reality TV?
Yeah,
or is it
it's
just
reality
TV.
TV.
Basically, a game show is a reality TV one. Okay, because they introduce basically reality TV is like getting the drama from everyday people.
Yeah. Anything that doesn't follow.
So like when they're doing the interviews of the opening, hey, who's our contestant tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, also big Wheel of Fortune family.
Ooh, really?
Goodness, I thought reality was a lot more restrictive. Okay.
No, but just anything that doesn't have a script.
Gotcha.
Or, in quotes, a script.
Yeah.
I don't think reality shows are scripted. I think they're planned.
What are you talking about?
Wouldn't that be the same thing as scripted?
Nope.
You mean
Nah, but I think like in Survivor, they bring on people, they bring on devious people, they bring on like a strong like physical athlete, they bring on like smart people, they throw them together, they team them up in certain ways, and then they play them that way.
Yeah.
I don't think they script it. I think they plan ahead and know how people are going to react to each other, and they do that. That's
For
what
sure.
they do.
Smart on their part.
Yeah, I think, and that's why I think they're so good at doing that. And it's another reason why I don't like them.
I will say one of my favorite TV shows growing up was Total Drama, which was just a parody
God
of
damn
all
it.
reality TV
Oh,
series.
I did really like that
And that
one. Yeah.
animated series, so hilarious. I love it. Pinnacle of my childhood.
Yeah. I've seen Survivor. I did become a fan of for a bit, but then I just got tired of it, and because it's just repetitive. I feel like me personally, it feels like it gets recycled after.
Well, you
a
run
while.
a show for 35 seasons and see how
Oh, no,
repetitive you get.
it is going to get repetitive with that type of thing.
Listen, Days of Our Lives is
That's a
making
soap
bacon.
opera.
It is, but it's also like one of the longest running TV shows of all time.
Yeah, I've seen like Wipeout and American Ninja Warrior. I do enjoy. I just don't like actively watch them. If they're on, I'll like sit and pay attention. I like home renovation shows and cooking shows. If they're they're in the background of when I like visit family, but I don't watch them. But like I'm around them, I don't watch them.
The thing about American Ninja Warrior and Wipeout, I do love to gaslight myself and say, yeah, I could definitely do that. But in reality, I'll probably miss the first jump.
I think I'd get 2, maybe 3 jumps in. If I trained out really, really hard give me 3 months, I think I could make it through the first round. Maybe.
I would make the first jump and snap my ankle.
But you'd make it.
No, I would. My ankle would snap, and because of momentum and gravity, I would go backwards, and I would fall face first into the water, and I would become a meme for the rest of the universe.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah.
All right. Any other thoughts?
Before we get to our 30 minutes of writing to come up with one and pitch it, no restrictions, just reality TV.
Yeah. Basically, any of the examples we came up with.
Yeah. So I had a different understanding of what reality TV is. I didn't think like game shows would be considerate. So now I'm having trouble. Like, should I stick with the initial concepts I was leaning towards? Because I didn't flesh anything out. That's against the rules. But I had but we can come up with concepts. Anyway, I'll figure that out. We'll find out after 30 minutes, and I'll elaborate.
Alrighty. Well, with that, our 30 minutes will start now. And we're back.
Oh my god, it's always the worst. Every time we get down to like the last 2-3 minutes, it's always like, fuck, I can't hold a pencil now, fuck.
Really? For me, the last 2, I've ended right on time. I'm like on my last sentence of typing.
For me, it's
this time and last time.
For me, it's always like I have so many thoughts just racing to get out, and I'm just like pen, paper, and just write, and let's hope it's not gibberish.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Chris on this one. I had a lot more ideas that I was going to flesh out, and I had some more that I even need to get down on the paper, but I really struggled to get that last little portion. I was like, oh shoot, I better figure out how it ends.
Yeah. Just, oh my god. Ugh.
But yeah.
Yeah. It's like we can elaborate as much as we want. 30 minutes to just get it written down, but even then,
Yeah.
How's everyone feeling about theirs?
Pretty good. Mine's pretty simple, but I think it's okay for a reality show. I still wouldn't watch it, but
I like mine, but just because I like it doesn't mean other people will.
True.
So.
And that's kind of how I feel about mine. Because I think mine could be really funny to watch.
Oh, yeah.
But it could potentially rub people the wrong way.
Oh, for sure.
And also, it's really ridiculous with this premise.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Y'all ready to see who's going to go first?
Yeah, let's see.
The anticipation is killing me.
I'm good whenever, honestly.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
Ready? And here we go. Okay.
That was a long wait.
Yeah. First one is me.
Okay.
It was really close to being on you, Krais. It was like,
That's what-
I was like, is it going to be me? Is it going to be Krais?
Austin's face was like, oh my gosh, and I think the moment just the air got super tense for that second there.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like mine
All right.
I think mine would be a good one to
All
start.
right. So, Chris, do you want to go next or last?
We
Well, we're gonna spin the wheel.
Yeah,
now,
the wheel.
Jack.
I know, but I'm just asking what you want.
Oh, I
I'm
don't
asking what you
care.
want.
I just don't want to be first.
Okay. So
And that's why I was getting more anticipated, because like if Chris is first, it's just funny because he hates it.
Yeah. No, that's what I meant to ask that before we spun the wheel. Like, which one would you prefer? Okay.
I'm never mentally prepared enough to go first.
Gotcha.
Because I'm always just like, all right, I finished writing.
Yeah, we come off 30 minutes.
What?
of rush.
I have to perform? Jokes. Serious bit. Jokes.
Honestly, yeah.
Honestly, I don't know if I have a serious bit in mind.
That's fair.
Well, I mean, serious bit as in like talking about
Yeah.
On topic.
it. Yeah, being on topic.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Let's
Who's
see.
second?
Let's see who's following me. Jack.
I feel like I'm always second.
Hey. Not bad. Like you haven't been first since the second episode.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was I finished up for both our video game reboots and our DC universes.
Mm-hmm.
You started the DC universe.
Yeah,
I
he
started
started
DC. The first episode, I think I was in the middle as well, and then I started the second episode. I started the third episode, and then
You finished the Star Wars one.
I did. I thought I went first.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. He finished the Star Wars one.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say? Well, I
No,
know.
no,
Like
you
you
go
finished. Either way, you finished the Star Wars one because Grace and I went first, and both of ours were like redoing the episode.
You're right, you're right,
And
you're
then you
right.
had a completely new approach.
You're right.
Yeah, you were second, episode 4, but which was the remake, but you were first in episode 2, Star Wars, and then you were last. No, you were last in Star Wars, first in a DC.
Okay,
so technically, you've only been the second one once.
Yeah. So I'm just wrong. I just
Twice.
I just feel that
Twice.
Well, twice now.
Twice. Anyway.
Yeah. Either way, enough delving on the past.
Yeah.
Let's look forward to what our futures will bring. And by our futures, I mean my future tormentees. I mean contestants.
All right.
All right. So
What you got for us?
from contestants, you can get that I went with the game show approach to reality TV.
Yeah.
And took a little bit a lot of heavy inspiration from the show Survivor. And also a decent amount from my favorite animated series, Total Drama.
Oh my
Where
god.
I got some really obscure, weird challenges. And so the name of my show is Sumo Island.
Sumo Island?
Sumo Island.
Okay.
18 contestants will live on the island that also serves as the training ground for actual sumo wrestlers.
Okay.
The catch is that all the contestants on the island will be wearing inflatable sumo costumes.
Okay, I was wondering where you were going with that.
How you feel about that, Krais?
I hate Survivor.
Yeah, this would not be a show you would
Well,
want to be on.
dang, okay.
Actually, no. I should clarify. I don't hate Survivor. I just don't like the premise sometimes.
Okay.
I hate Total Drama because it gets on my nerves.
Alright.
Obviously, the contestants will be allowed to take the suits off for when they have to go to sleep and when they go shower.
I was gonna say that's when they should wear it.
Well, my concern is because they're inflatable. You don't want to pop them while you're
Yeah,
wearing
that's
them.
fair.
Oh,
Like-
they're wearing them constantly?
Yeah, they're
I thought
wearing
it was
them
like just during like challenges.
No, they're wearing them throughout their main part of the day when they're just around just hanging out, and then when they go to sleep, they can take them off. But
Imagine
yeah.
a love triangle forming on the island. Like he's just so cute. I would love to see what he looks underneath the sea.
But yeah, and then contestants will go through various challenges that include physical training, obstacle courses, puzzles, and even eating competitions.
Ooh, okay.
For
Interesting.
how the elimination process goes, at the end of each episode, contestants will cast a vote to eliminate a player by selecting a mawashi, which I found out that a mawashi is the jockstrap actual sumo wrestlers wear.
Oh.
So they're going to be selecting the jockstraps that have the names of the contestants on them.
I was about to say, does everyone get a color or what?
Yeah, everyone will have one that has their name on it.
God.
And then after everyone's voted, the two with the most votes will go head to head in a sumo wrestle match where they have to try and push each other out of the ring.
Yep, that sounds.
It's a
right.
literal, okay. And I assume it'll be like a legit, like, by the rules sumo match.
Yeah,
With an actual judge.
refed by one of the actual sumo wrestlers
Yeah.
living on the island.
Nice.
the contestant who wins the set of 2 out of 3 will remain in the competition.
Yeah.
The only time this will not occur is if there is a unanimous vote.
Oh, okay.
So like
Okay.
Someone really does.
say that the contestants are scheming to backstab someone, but someone's not in on it and they vote for someone else. They just save that person that everyone else was trying to get out by giving them a chance to fight someone else off.
Yeah. Ooh.
And I feel like that'd be a nice little stir to the drama.
Yeah.
And then you got to figure out
that really works everyone on their social games too.
Yeah.
So just because someone's on the chopping block doesn't mean they're fully out.
Yeah, they have to be absolutely loathed by everyone, or everyone has to be in on getting this one person out.
Yeah. They have to be an absolute threat or they absolute hate.
Plus, I could also see this being that tension that reality TV shows do when they're doing the voting as they're just like, all right, final person eliminated from Survivor Island.
And then they wait 30 seconds while tense music plays.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last vote is person A.
Yeah.
With a unanimous vote, we are not going to go into a duel. You have been eliminated. And I can just see the dramatic music going on.
Yeah.
It's just fitting for
Close ups on people. Yeah.
And I focused the rest of it mostly on the challenges, except for the finale area. And so this will be a pretty short one coming from me. But a general note that all the challenges throughout the season, during all the courses and challenges and stuff, there will be a bunch of bonus awards that people can find, or collect, which could include a special type of meal. So everyone on the island is going to be eating like general sumo food. They won't have to be eating the same portions, but like that's what kind of food they are. So an award could be like a deep dish pizza from back home or stuff like that. They can get a special day trip away from the island, so they get to just kind of relax outside of the suits and stuff. There's a reward where they get to just not be in the suits for a week.
A week?
Yeah. So like, it's a good one that people are like, oh, thank God, I don't have to sweat in this thing. Yeah. Because again, they're gonna be on an island, so it's gonna be kind of warm anyways outside.
Yeah, they're gonna.
And their housing would be like those, like I'm assuming like. I would think like maybe Japanese styles housing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like old traditional ones.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So they probably don't have a whole lot of AC in them. Maybe a couple spinning fans, but it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be super cold when they get inside.
Yeah. What is the door situation like?
Sliding doors.
Yeah. Okay, but are they wide enough that that they can fit through it?
They'd have to be.
No, like only if they're going through sideways.
Yeah, like
I'm not gonna go that far. Yeah. But like anyone can step through them.
Okay. Sorry.
Well, theoretically, they'll all be the same size as the suits.
Yeah. So that's why it's like the only people that would be bigger would be the actual sumo wrestlers who are, they're monitoring everything.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But everything would already be accustomed to them living there.
Gotcha.
As I was going on about the prizes, some cash prizes. So like, here's some additional money on top of the grand prize, which could be $25,000. Yeah. And they'll just get that when they head back home. They can have a day when a family member or a loved one comes back. Because people really like to have that happen.
Yeah.
Because, after spending a lot of time away from everyone, that tends to be hard on people. So it's like a nice little treat for them.
Yeah.
And then a rare one, someone can win immunity for that week without actually having to win the challenge. Yeah. Which, after every challenge, the overall winner of each one. No teams on this, just like everyone's for themselves. Yeah. But of course, you want to make alliances and stuff. Yeah. Winner of the overall challenge wins immunity for that week, so they can't be voted for. But going into some of the actual challenges, the first one is obstacle courses. Like, there's kind of a given for these kinds of shows. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be trying to pop the suits, and the goal is to get through it with the fastest time without your suit popping. Your suit pops, you're out for the rest of that competition. Nice. And then after each round, the person with the slowest time is eliminated, and you keep doing that with a variety of different courses until there's only one person left. This is a personal favorite one that I thought would be kind of funny, but also really disgusting.
Oh no.
This is the sumo meal. Contestants will be eating large dish meals for several courses, and they'll try to be the one to eat the most food without throwing up. So each round, there will also be the other goal with it is you're also going to be trying to eat the quickest too. Yeah. So the goal is after each round, the person who took the longest to eat their plate or doesn't finish will be eliminated. In addition to whoever throws up that round. Yeah. But that's not all. Contestants will have to look very close at their food because they could find rewards, as like I previously mentioned in it, or consequences that are bound to make them throw up more. Examples being like, they have to go lift a bunch of weights. Oh. Or they have to go run a lap around their course.
How do they find the awards and consequences in the...
They'd be like, slips of paper that are hidden in the food.
I assume like edible stuff.
Yeah, so like they'd have to dish out a portion, and then it's just kind of that luck.
Something small that's not gonna harm them, but it's hard to find. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then as long as they don't throw up, they'll be safe.
Yep.
And they finish before everyone else.
Yep.
Last competition I was able to jot down was just a traditional sumo workout. You're going to go through a training regimen that actual sumo wrestlers do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How you're going to compare, because obviously, like, if you get someone who's naturally can lift like 300 pounds, for example, against someone who struggles to lift 100, that's not going to be fair. We're not going to go off how much you're actually lifting stuff or whatever some of the other challenges the workout regimen would be. Mm-hmm. We're going based off their power ratio and how they stand with that. Mm-hmm. So that way it's a little bit more fair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're not going to have like a 100-pound person trying to lift 300 pounds where there's like this 300-pound bodybuilder's lifting 300 pounds or something like that. Yeah.
It'd just be a little bit more impressive with like they're lifting a great amount for their weight.
Yeah.
General power,
weight class. And all that.
General power ratio and class system.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
And then
sorry, I didn't know what you meant by power ratio.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. So, in order to decide a winner for the show, the finale will have several different sections between the final two contestants. There will be another workout ratio. They'll have another obstacle course, an eating challenge. That's not going to be as bad for it, but it might be like eat this disgusting plate or eat this much in this amount of time kind of thing. And there will also be a vote by the jury of all the contestants who got eliminated from the competition. And if from that, there's no clear winner, so it's a 2-2 at that point, we will go to final showdown, where the last two contestants will get into the ring and try to throw each other out. And again, 2 out of 3.
That's how it wins?
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's what I have for my pitch for a reality TV show.
Jack, you want to go first?
Oh, I can, yeah. So one thing I like it is you have a theme. You've got this big theme. It's not really obviously you have a concept, but you have a theme with it. Like there's some things where like Survivor, wherever location they go to, they tend to theme it off the culture there and stuff like that. But you have a general theme as well. That may not last as like, Survivor's got what you said like 30-something seasons or whatever. But anyway.
I'm actually looking at it.
Yeah. But yeah, you have a theme right out the gate. And it's a very and it's tailored to the show. Everything's tailored to, and I really like it. And we have like actual sumo wrestlers there and stuff like that. I don't know, I'm just really impressed. I like that you gave more examples of challenges because you didn't rely on intricacy with rules. It's a simple voting system, but when it comes down to it, outside of like a unanimous vote, you have to be able to win in the ring. It's a simple one. You didn't even go with teams or anything, which makes things a lot more complicated. You had it right. I'm just really impressed. It's very, very solid. Yeah. And then, without going into specific details as to breaking it down very specific, for every single challenge, what's the reward? And without going into that, I can't really comment anymore because you just wrapped it up really well. My only thing is I personally wanted to see the final wouldn't be a one-on-one showdown and be like a little tournament is what I would do. Just with 4 players as opposed to just... Because how many did you start with?
18.
18, yeah. I think I would have gone with a tournament. Mm-hmm. The jurors still everything and the jury vote will get them to the 4 and then also maybe gives certain ones advantages for whatever reason. Maybe their suit's less inflated during it or something. I don't know what it would be. But maybe one person has to get them out of a smaller ring where the person who didn't get as many votes has to get them out of a bigger ring or something like that.
Ooh, a way to pop a suit, but also another item that lets you have an extra suit. So if a suit does pop.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I just wanted a tournament.
I get it. Some of it would have been more time-wise. The finale was the last thing I jotted down, so I didn't have time to flesh that out.
Yeah,
but one of the things that you guys talk about, I do really like the idea of them essentially playing a game of ninja. Where they just can't get touched, otherwise the suit pops.
Yeah.
And I feel like that'd just be a fun one to watch.
Yeah.
And just that you have to have an even number of contestants, and then you just have them do a tournament style and shorten them down. Episode. Yeah. But that would be a fun one to watch.
Yeah. The only thing I have a real comment on is the one thing you didn't have time to flesh out. So I think that speaks volumes to that.
Yeah.
All right, Krais.
I think you did really well. I would watch it for sure. I will say I did have a thought about one of your games that I was like, oh, such a missed opportunity. They're all in sumo suits, right?
Mm-hmm.
There should be like a wasabi challenge attached on to the eating challenge. Like, there's a plate of wasabi, or not even a plate, but like a small dish of wasabi. And if you manage to like eat all the wasabi before anyone else, you win the challenge.
That would be a nice little addition. That like be like a little easy way out.
Yeah,
I like it like doing that before a challenge.
Yeah.
And then you're automatically immune, and then you go through that way. The people, they can choose to not eat any of it and be good for the challenge, or they could try and do it and have the advantage of their mouth is burning or whatever.
Yeah, but it's like a good helping of wasabi.
When you started to mention that, all I could think about was about that time we went to this like sushi restaurant, and I got a platter of sushi that had like avocado and guacamole in it. Mm-hmm. Well, I saw this portion on my plate, and I was like, oh, I missed a bit. I might as well clean it up. Grab the whole thing, and like this is roughly a little bit bigger than the size of a quarter. Mm-hmm. Put the whole thing in my mouth.
Wasabi?
It was not guacamole. It was in fact wasabi. And you know how old cartoons like Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes, characters like rise up in red, and the next thing you know, there's steam coming out their ears? I had that. I felt what they were feeling, and I could swear there was like steam coming out my nose, my ears, and I was just dying for like the next 30 minutes.
That was a good day. I wish I had the foresight to take a picture. Yeah. But I didn't.
I know it was an accident, but like a video would have been nice.
Well, crazy, and some of the people didn't even realize what was going on until they were like, I thought that was guacamole. It wasn't. Yeah,
it was too late by the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, wasabi's part of the sumo. It's in the same realm. It's right there.
I do really like that. I think that was very well with that whole challenge.
But I really don't have anything negative to say. Like, I really enjoy it. I think it's a nice twist on Survivor that I really enjoy, and I think it would be a welcome change, I think, because I'll be honest, Survivor gets boring because I feel like it's always the same thing over and over again. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Also, I looked it up because you asked.
How many seasons?
46 seasons.
Damn!
No.
Since the year 2000.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
One thing I have against your show is the theme is so specific, it's not going to be able to go that long.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't see
this. Only thing.
Like, at most, and this would be pushing it probably 8 to 10 seasons.
Yeah, that's pushing it. Yeah, I was thinking like 6 and then one big season 7. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they do, but yeah.
Just bring back the previous champions.
Yeah, this one wouldn't have to be like. There's a lot of reality shows that only get like 2 seasons. Yeah. I feel like this has enough that it can go more than 2 seasons. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I don't see it being a long-lasting one like Survivor, Amazing Race, Big Brother.
Yeah, no, it's as long as you do the concept right. I think it could go. It would definitely go longer than 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else?
No.
All right.
Jagger boy.
Okay. So, as I said, Survivor is pretty much like the only show I've enjoyed, like actively watched, or continuously became a fan of. That's how I said it. Mm. So I did another kind of version of that. One thing I really hate about reality TV is that it's the drama for drama's sake. I feel like is a lot of it, and that's why I said earlier, like I don't think it's scripted, but I do think it's planned. And also the editing obviously shows that they're just trying to enhance the drama.
I mean, I guess I also kind of played into that too.
Yeah, and you did.
When what was it? Oh, what did I say though? I forgot what I said. I did something that wouldn't stir up the drama.
Whoever's editing, playback.
Say that the contestants are scheming to backstab someone, but someone's not in on it and they vote for someone else. Mm-hmm. They just save that person that everyone else was trying to get out by giving them a chance to fight someone else off.
Yeah.
Ooh. And I feel like that'd be a nice little stir to the drama.
Yeah. And then you got to figure out
that really works everyone on their social games too.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
exactly what you said.
Yeah. But yeah. So I wanted to focus more on that, but then also I thought about like Amazing Race, they do it in pairs. So when we thought about it, I'm like, I don't have a name for the show, but it's kind of like a Survivor, but with pairs. So, two people who know each other and should know each other really well come into this. So, it could be like a parent-child, brothers, siblings, roommates, best friends, couples, that type of thing. Two people who go in feeling they know each other really well. And we're going to put that to the test, is essentially what it is, over an extended period of time.
And I'm feeling many relationships will die because of this.
That's the point of this thing.
Oh my god!
Yes, it's very.
You hate love, don't you?
So, so you start with
That was perfect. Oh my god!
So you start with 12 pairs. Okay, so 24 people, but at least at the beginning, they start as pairs. So it's essentially, for the first part, 12 contestants, as far as how it plays. They're brought to a big old mansion that could house all of them and then some. And it's got plenty of land for challenges. It's got some nice things. It's got like a big dining room, a library, a pool, all these types of things. It's a nice place. It's a very big and a nice place is what I'm getting at. So maybe more of a hotel. But the rules are the pairs have to share a room. They don't get a choice in that. They have to share a room, but as the day goes on, they're free to go wherever, to do whatever, essentially. And the first day, that is, they settle down, they get to know other people, they make game plans. That's their first day, is building and building social dynamics, and if they want to make alliances, and preparing. Day one is preparing. But then day two starts the challenge. And this one, it's pretty simple, and I think the Newlyweds game is a different one, but the question where basically they get asked a question and then they both have to show an answer at the same time and they have to match. They get a point. It's simple as that. And the stakes on this one is food, what they're having, what the meal is, what all they're going to eat. Like, they could have breakfast, but after that, this is all they get to eat for the rest of the day. So it's relatively low stakes, but here's how it goes.
I don't know. When there's food involved, low stakes, only one meal. I consider that pretty high stakes.
It's for the day.
I like my steaks medium rare, personally. But
I almost made the jokes. When I wrote it out, and I said, and the steaks, and I almost typed out, are steaks. But I was like, eh. So, but here's where this is really going to test. And I'll explain why it's... No, I'm going to explain why it's a test first. As this goes along, there's awards they can get. It's kind of like immunity idols, but there's... And then... Also, like, the rewards you get for... It's kind of like... It's essentially taking immunity idols on steroids. There's two awards. It's called the Drama Award and the Selfless Award. Ooh. So, after every 2 challenges, at least for this first bit, after every 2 challenges, right before the voting happens, these awards are given out. One to one pair, one to the other. Before every other challenge. After every other challenge. The Drama Award is won by when the pair causes goes to the pair who has made the most drama between them that's most destructive to how they advance in the game. So whether it be one of them tanks a challenge, one of them destroys an alliance, that type of thing. And it's based off of anything, and then the producers or whoever runs the game makes that decision. The selfless one is a self-explanatory. It's doing something that helps other teams advance as well. And these awards can be saved for later. So how the reward for the first challenge would go is there's 12 options and 12 pairs. So, and it's theoretically, they get worse and worse and worse. Obviously, personal preference comes into things. But it also, like, they shrink portions as well and that type of thing. And then every question, there's 20 questions. Every question you get a point. At the end of it, the winner gets first pick of those 12 options for food. Second place, second pick, etc., etc. Ties must be decided between the pairs. So the pairs have to talk to each other and decide who gets to pick first before any options are said. And they have 1 minute to do it, and they're timed. And if they don't, they immediately get put on the vote last if they can't figure it out in a minute. So I'm really playing into the social thing. And a way you can do it, like you could win the Selfless Award for this, is being like first place, but you take the worst option. that would probably guarantee you like a selfless award and that type of thing. So what do these awards get you? The drama award lets you be immune to being voted off once. It must be played after the votes are done, but before they are read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see where that immunity idol part comes in.
Yeah, so that's the drama award is essentially an immunity idol. The selfless award, which you get for being selfless, grants you a selfish thing and makes your vote count twice.
Oh my god!
It's one-time use, but you can use
nice
it.
so you can be selfish. Damn.
Yeah, exactly. Be nice so you can destroy someone. It's essentially what it is, and it's all plays into this thing. After a point, the awards can no longer be used, obviously, but once it gets to a certain point, like for a while, that selfless award can be sitting in your back pocket, and you can use it as a threat. Be like, our vote counts as twice. We can, it can be, and there's a lot of politicking with this.
Yeah.
And it can really strain some stuff, because if one person doesn't want to be devious in this game, and the other person in the pair does, that makes a rift between them. It can affect things. Because the other challenges type thing would be one where it depends on the other person's performance. For instance, the first one is like an obstacle course, but it's a relay system, so the first person goes through and then hands off the baton to the second person who has to finish it. So if one person is taking a long time and then it's because of them that they lose or whatever, that stuff comes into play too. And then this kind of cycles. The awards and the votes happen every other challenge. Then we get down to once, and the rewards for the challenge are generally comfort of life things. Maybe, and it's all voted on, like I did with the first one with the however many options there are. And it could be where you're sleeping that night, and like the worst option could be literally just on the ground with nothing, and the best one could be in a giant luxury suite type of thing. Or it could be food, it could be whatever. They're not disallowed from talking to like family members and stuff, but the stuff is like restricted. Like they're not going on social media every day type of thing. But they're not being separated from their loved ones for a long time. That's not what's supposed to play into it. But a rule is they can't be on the phone together. So if two brothers want to talk to their mama, they can't do it at the same time. So their mom can help resolve issues between them. They have to figure that out. It's that type of thing. The idea is to test their bond. Once it gets down to 8 pairs, I forgot about this. The pairs in the challenges are no longer teamed up. It's done by lots. So if it's still a pair challenge, everyone draws a lot. And they could get paired up again, but it's still random. And so they have to play into, do I let my pair win and they get the good night, and then next time I take the challenge, and they get the good night and then they take the challenge next time as well. That's another test. Is basically what that is. And it could be like a team where it's split in half, or one team does better and the other one does not. The rewards are still every other challenge, but the voting, no. But the votes are given every single challenge. Every single challenge is daily. The challenges are daily, but there's no days off. And then once it gets down to 4 pairs, it is now individual battles. 4 pairs, so 8 people. It's now, instead of 4 pairs, it's 8 people voting. The pairs are no longer voted off together. The awards are no longer given. And the selfless one, the one where their votes double, is no longer able to be used, but you can still use the drama one where you're immune. But you have to decide which one of you gets it. The votes are given after every challenge. No, I'm just rereading it. Okay, so when it comes to winning the game, since it's now an individual battle, if one person from the pair wins, both of the people get the reward, whatever it is. So if it's like $50,000, each person gets $25,000. So there has to go into, you have a better chance of winning this game. I'm going to do a thing that will let you win, but I'm getting off the thing. I'm getting voted off. Is another thing that can play into the strategy. And now that they're in the final 8, anyone who's voted off is now finally a juror. So there will be 5 jurors because it gets down to the final 3. Once there are 4 players left, here's a caveat because I realized I had a flaw in this. If 1 or 2 pairs are still in that 4, only one person from the pair can continue. So if there's 4 people and 2 of those people is a pair, only one of them has to drop out. Or if it's 2 pairs, we move forward with 2, and we get to the final. The final challenge is it's like obviously the most difficult one. It involves stuff that tests their physical abilities, puzzle solving, questions about their partner, who obviously wouldn't still be there that were filled out before, questions about that. And it is a race, and you have to beat each challenge to move forward, and the first person has to cross the finish line, first place, second place, third place. Or potentially just first and second place. But first place gets 2 votes added for them to win in the final votes. Second place gets 1 vote added for them to win in the final vote. Third place gets nothing. The way the winner is found. The final votes, they get a day off after the last challenge, and they get a rest or whatever. No, they get a day off before the final challenge. There's a day off in there somewhere. They get a break. I think I wrote before. I wrote a lot, and I didn't have time to organize it. But here's how the final vote works. This is my favorite part of it. So there are 5 jurors, and they're separated from each other, and they cannot talk to each other during this process. Each of the finalists goes up before them, away from the other finalists, and they get 1 minute to plead their case as to why they should win. Be it from, I played this nice, or I played this game the best, however they want to play it. They get 1 minute to plead their case. Then each juror gets a chance to ask them 1 question, or they could just pass. And the other jurors can hear it, but they cannot communicate with each other. So they can use the questions to communicate with each other. Like if your partner is like, question can be like, didn't you do this amazing thing? And that helps build onto their argument. That could be a strategy. So they do that. So each of the finalists goes up, they give their case, and they get the questions asked. And then finally, the final vote is held. No one can say anything. The jurors cast their votes on paper, and the biggest rule is they can't vote for their partner. So it has to be done. This entire show is about politics, and the person with the most votes wins, and their partner wins as well. I couldn't figure out how ties are held. I was thinking like however many awards you got, and then like the selfless award, like if there's another tie, the selfless award beats it, type of thing. But I couldn't figure it out. But essentially, yeah, it's a real knockoff of Survivor, but it plays a lot more into the politics of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Chris, you want to go first, or you want me to?
It doesn't matter to me.
I guess I can go first.
He takes off his glasses.
Wait, let me go get the popcorn.
I think you have a good idea here, and there's a lot. Let me talk about what I like about it a lot first. I really like the first half of it because I think you came up with this great idea to make this about like couples and family dynamics and stuff, and you did a great job at testing those with that first half of your session. And then you also came up with a lot of great reward ideas or like weird twists for doing certain actions. And I think that was such a clever and such a good subversive way to do things. Like, if you're such a good partner to your partner, you get to do something very devious as a reward. And I think that's very clever.
Yeah.
The part where you kind of lost me was when you split the teams up. Like, I could see that being maybe for like a couple episode, but once you get like towards the finale and like the final section, it kind of feels like the show lost its heart, which was the duo dynamics. Yeah. When it kind of becomes, I don't really know what it became after everyone was on their own. It feels like that part of it was kind of lost there. And I think this probably would have been served better if you kept the couples together. Like, I do like that idea of the challenge you had where they are separate and then they work with random partners. And that probably drives, especially like with the dating or married couples, to see how well they work with other people. Yeah. That would be a good way to stir up drama. But I feel like there was something missing when everyone went solo. And it's just kind of weird that everyone started competing against each other. And it's like, obviously, like they're still helping each other in some ways, but at the same time, it just feels a little off to me.
The thing I was trying to get at is once they go individually, they have to decide what's best for one of them to be the winner. So they're still working together because they both get the prize. Yeah. Even if one of them gets voted off. That's why it came down to the final 8 people. I'm in the like if someone's good at, let's say someone did something absolutely amazing earlier before it gets down to the final 4 pairs, the final 8 players. And one person is doing a lot better at these challenges. and they know the other person is going to do better at their challenges. So what they do is they build the other person up, even if it means they're out of it. Or if they think they have a better shot of them both advancing. That's how it's kind of a wrench thrown into there, and I would have had it done a lot later, because I do really like the idea of they're now, because when it comes to how I wanted the final, I did want it to come down to a vote, and the voting gets really tricky when you're doing pairs. So I wanted it to be individual at the end, but I couldn't do it. I had to do it at a certain point before it got really. Because if I do it with I could do it with the final 3 pairs, but then it makes the next part tricky, and I didn't have time to figure all of that out. So I stuck it with there's final 4 pairs, so 8 people.
My suggestion would have been still do the jurors be the final 8, but do it as the final 8 couples.
Okay.
And then because couples from what I'm seeing with the show is the couples learning to work and grow together, or if they're ultimately not good partners, they'll split apart. But the way I see it is that towards the end they should work together so that way they become a stronger person. So even in the jurors, they together create one vote.
Okay.
And I kind of feel with this whole when you do duos, especially with people who know each other, the goal is to try to bring them closer together.
Yeah.
And then also that works with. Because, you do a great job by working on the stuff that's going to cause a lot of interpersonal drama between the two of the couples. But I feel you're missing that part of the reality TV side of it, especially with the juror votes. You kind of want those two as a couple to mingle with the other couples, so that way you're trying to get people to play couple favorites. Yeah. Think of high school drama.
Okay.
You want people, it's oh, I love them. They're such a cute couple. But, they're not as good as this person and this person together.
Gotcha, okay.
And you kind of work on that drama in between couples, too. You could also throw in those jealousy moments, I want to be more like them and stuff,
Yeah.
And I feel that kind of disappeared when you split them up. And I feel you put that together, along with what we already talked about, I feel you have something really good right there.
Gotcha.
For me, I will say, I really do like the idea of splitting them up. Because my thought process is, if it's the final 4, and 2 of the 4 are original pair, but a third one of those is one of the people that paired up with the part of the original couple. And they could be well, I worked with you for this moment, and I liked working with you, and I kind of want to give it to you. I kind of want to keep working with you and get this 4th guy out of here. Yeah. I can see it still working, but I think it needs some work. There's a lot of good politics in this, I will say. I like it because I believe in Survivor, it's more of let's just throw these people into a place and just shake things up, watch the drama happen. Yeah. It's you're setting up the dominoes for a good drama to happen. The drama award, as soon as you said the drama award, I was oh, yes! I love that idea. I will say I think there's a flaw with it, because you said that you can achieve it by disrupting an alliance, or I'm trying to think of some of your other examples.
It was basically something that the pair that put the most strain on their relationship, whatever it is, gets the award. So if they are just insulting their, in the free time, if they're just insulting them, if they just ignore them or that type of thing, it has to do it. But that's decided by people who are watching this stuff happen and not in the game.
Right. The only problem I see happening with the drama award is when you get it, when you mess with those people and you get the award, the people that you mess with are going to be well, you screwed me over by doing that, and now you have that award. I'm coming after you now.
No, it's a pair. It's in between a pair, and then they both get immunity.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. So essentially, if one of them tanks a challenge for what they did in a major way, where they should get and then they essentially should get voted off at the end of the challenge, all of a sudden they have this award and they have immunity. Yeah, that type of thing.
Okay.
Or if someone's someone in the pair, let's use 2 brothers for example, because I used that thing earlier. If the older brother starts becoming friends with this other guy from another pair, if the younger brother comes in and says oh, my other brother said this, or he's actually going to betray you, and that ruins that relationship, you can get a drama award for that.
Okay.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
It's personal drama.
I still like it.
Yeah.
And the Selfless Award is also a really nice touch.
I really liked that one.
Because I feel like that's what people like in like shows like Survivor, like the people that are selfless, and they should be awarded for that.
Yeah. And I personally like that they get awarded by doing something super selfish and underhanded if they use it that way.
Yeah.
Or they could just not use it. But I should say, I preface this, the original concept for this was to make fun of reality shows. This is not something I'd watch. I maybe would watch like a few episodes. I would binge a season in like a weekend is what I'd do. Mm-hmm. But that's it. I would not like actively watch this. I did this I tried to play into the things I hated about it and made them funny to me. Is what
I can see that.
I kind of missed those.
Yeah.
So like on that field, that didn't work for me.
Yeah.
And like, I should say this though, like, if you were to pitch this to me, I probably wouldn't greenlight it.
Yeah,
but
no.
I think you should be proud of what you have done.
Oh, for sure.
Because like there is good stuff, and I feel like it has the potential to be a good one.
Yeah. I should have explained. I
especially for someone who hates and doesn't watch reality TV.
I should say I mostly held off waiting to say this. I had some ideas because a lot of this were ideas I got from watching reality shows. Like, why don't they do this? But I intentionally made this a bad pitch. I didn't want this to be great. I wanted this to be something that I would enjoy playing as opposed to enjoy watching. Mm. So I know this would never get greenlit. But it's the only type of show I would want to be a part of when I know it's going to cause this like this drama.
In that similar fashion, that's kind of where I came from with my pitch of if it looks like it would be fun to play, I feel like people would enjoy to watch it. Yeah. And that's where I came from and played into that with mine. Yeah. And I can respect you seeing something that you would want to do and try to write something about that. Yeah. So I can respect that.
Yeah. But you also had the goal of making it a really good one, and you succeeded in that. I did not have that goal.
And I guess you succeeded with what you were trying to do, though.
Yeah. I got my goal. I didn't get the goal of actually what we're supposed to be doing here, but still, this is a protest. That's what it is.
Hey, take your stance.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I think it's good.
All right. Cool.
So, Krais, what do you have for us?
Introducing
Oh no.
Krais' Crazy Challenges!
So who's this host? I heard it was Jeff Goldblum.
All right.
So good.
So, I feel like I went a little bit different than what you two did.
Yeah, we both basically did Survivor parodies.
Mine is a game show.
There we go.
Kind of.
Kind of?
Here's the tagline that I came up with. Krais' Crazy Challenges. A show where you know the goal, but not the path.
Okay.
So basically, the objective is very obvious: to win. But you don't know the games that they're going to throw at you. You don't know what you're signing up for in a way. So basically, it's how it works is 3 contestants will come up, and as the show starts, the host they won't know anything about the game. They won't know the rules. They won't know what they're about to do. All they know is they're about to do one of 3 challenges. Okay, so like I said, there's 3 different challenges. There's physical, mental, and skill challenges. Also, another thing I didn't mention, you could also do group challengers as well. But most of the time, it's just 3 people. Physical challenges are like, include stuff like hole in the wall or shadow of the hidden temple. And mental challenges include like idiot tests and some trivia games. And then skill challenges would be a mix of the two, kind of. It would be like, whose line is it anyway, and make some noise. I'm assuming you guys don't know that one. No. Well, this is based off of a game show that I love called Game Changer. Okay. It's basically the same premise, but the game literally changes every episode, so there's a very few times where they like reuse the same premises. Mm-hmm. Basically, how it would work is the 3 contestants, the challenge that they have to perform in are chosen at random. And they, like I said, each challenge is a little bit different from the other. And by being a physical challenge, a mental challenge, or a skill challenge. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do like calling it the spirit challenges, but that didn't fit logistically. So it's just called skill challenges.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a couple of games that are chosen at random for the contestants to do. So the first one would be guess the word. Basically, there's a list of hidden words that the host knows, and the contestants have to guess what the words are. When they guess the correct word, they get a point. Know the facts. It's just simple trivia. Dodge the trap. It's a physical game where you have to run an obstacle course, avoiding the traps. And, very similar to Wipeout.
Mm-hmm.
Find the treasure is kind of like a scavenger hunt physical challenge. It would basically be like you have to get to the end of the course, but you don't know where the treasure is. You just have to, it's somewhere on this course that you have to run along. Mm-hmm. Karaoke night, which is you have to sing this song that you don't know the words to, but it's basically like, it's a song that doesn't exist, but, and there's no words. You just sing. It's basically improv singing. Yeah. I can't take credit for that one. Chase the Killer. It was basically a whodunit. Someone on the set is a murderer, and you have to figure out who it is from context clues. Mm-hmm. You can go around asking people on the set, being like, so where were you during the time of the murder? And then you have to figure out who it is.
It's a clue.
Yeah, it's a clue. Find the liar, basically the same thing, but the liar is actually one of the contestants in the game. So yeah, just figure out.
Did you say that there was 3 contestants at the beginning of this?
Yes, so it varies. You can have, usually it's 3 contestants, but there are times where it's like there's group contestants and you have to work together as a team. But I don't have any of those, unfortunately. I did a bunch of individual ones.
Could you go back to the first one? I had a question about it.
Oh yeah, sure. Guess the word?
Yeah. So you just said that the host has a bunch of words and they have to guess them.
Yeah.
Are they just throwing out random words and they have to guess? That's what I was like. Do they know how many letters it is? Or
they can get clues from the host.
Okay.
Like if a contestant were to go like hot tub, the host would go like hot or colder, close but no cigar. It's basically like context clues from the host about what the words are, and once you figure, and you never figure out what the word is. As soon as you say the word, you just are awarded the point, but you don't realize. But it's supposed to be like when it gets to a point where people are like mungy, jungle, beach, tree, and they could be any one of those words, and
they get the point.
They get the point.
Oh, but it's like an active thing. Like they can say, is it like a turn thing? That's
it's kind of like a turn. Like you have like a minute to figure out what the word is, and if you can't figure it out before that minute's up, the next contestant gets to go for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just sorry. That was just one thing. You left really vague, and I was curious on where you were going.
Fair enough. Where was I? Oh, Break the Box. It's basically just escape rooms, which I feel like would be really fun to watch on television. Mm-hmm. Show Us You is basically just American's Got Talent. Just show us something that we love.
It's a talent show.
Yeah, it's a talent show. Find the Fake. Around the set, around the area, there are items that are not supposed to be there, and you have to find them. Mm-hmm. Nuts and Bolts, which is basically battle bots. You can create your own little robots, and they can compete. Memory Mayhem, it's a memory game, but every once in a while, they change things every so differently to throw you off. Mm-hmm. Like I'm trying to think of the best examples, but it would be kind of like deja vu, kind of. Is the best way I can put it. Like you're shown an image, the game goes on, and the image comes back up, and it's different, but you have to. Oh no, that doesn't work. Point is
something that distracts you.
Yeah, something that distracts you, and you have to figure out what it is. But yeah. Pop the Player, which was basically someone's Survivor game. The idea was wrap people. You were going to be wrapped in a bunch of bubble wrap, and you have to pop the player. 3 of a kind, obvious.
Please explain 3 of a kind. Actually,
is it like a card game or?
I actually don't remember that one very well, so I'm just going to go on.
Kind of obvious. Which is code for I don't know.
Let's just move
on. I mean, I didn't write descriptions for any of these. I just wrote names, and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Gotcha. I remember most of these. It's just like, I wrote 3 of a kind being like, yeah, I'll remember this. And now I'm looking back at it. It's like, what exactly did I mean? I'm sure it makes sense.
Sounds like a card game to me.
Yeah, it's like some kind of card game. I don't know. What's This Game? Basically, the idea behind it was it's a classic like kids game, but they do something. They change the rules a bit.
Okay.
So like it would be cornhole, but you have to hop on one leg.
Okay.
It would or like it basically something about the rules have changed to make it a little bit harder. But
Yeah.
Can you cook it?
Is that a trivia thing or a physical challenge?
That is actually
I feel like that was a joke from some TV show.
No.
Like, I feel like I've heard that title before.
Yeah.
No, actually, I don't know what it's from. I was like, can you cook it? Does that sound like a good game? Yep. Can you cook it? Austin's very disappointed in me.
Is it
I'm
like-
disappointed.
Can you elaborate? Do you know what you?
Oh no, I remember this one.
Yeah.
It was like one of the last ones. So
Okay.
basically, can you cook it? It's play on. You know how like on Instagram you see those really cute, fun little snacks that like moms like to take pictures of and post on Instagram.
Yeah.
Basically, you have to recreate it in like a set amount of time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I thought it was taking like something like you were given something, a really weird ingredient, and you have to cook it into something that looks that is edible or something like that.
No. And then with a twist is basically changes the rules of all of the others. Like it adds a new element to one of the other games. So basically, like if they get with a twist, they're like, oh, so so we got with a twist. So let's see what game we're putting a twist on, and like it's going to be karaoke night. Okay. Well, we're going to put another twist on karaoke night, and the twist is going to be the music is going to cut out for karaoke night, so you have to ad-lib the song with no music.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically like a compilation of all of my favorite kind of game shows. Because I feel like what I love about game shows is like there's so much you can do with one game show, but it doesn't expand upon it. Like, do you guys know Idiot Test?
No.
Okay. Basically, it's really you have to they're mental challenges. You have to figure out what's wrong with the picture, or like you have to figure out who has something with the riddle. But they're very obvious. You just have to think outside the box.
Yeah.
But it's always the same thing over and over again. This is built in such a way that you do have like similar games that you could play, but they're always a little bit different. So things can constantly change.
Gotcha. How many games are done per like game show to see the contestant to see who wins?
My thought process was it would be 3 games.
Yeah.
You're awarded points depending on what you do during the game. You're awarded points for how you behave, or like figuring out the secret puzzle to the quiz. They're just kind of they're given through the game, but there's 3 different challenges that you have to go through to win the game.
Gotcha.
Okay. Jack, you got any overall thoughts?
I just think you needed more time. I think there's like details that you, and not just with the games. I think you focused mostly on like getting all these amazing. I really like the games ideas. 3 of a Kind's my favorite because that was very fleshed out. And I don't know. The actual show itself, I didn't see how it played because you didn't have time to flesh it out. You had all these games that were great, but like, is it like 3 people sign up on the show? They spin a wheel to see, and they'll play this game. And then you didn't go a lot into like how they gain points and how do they win the game show as opposed to how they win the game.
I didn't think about awarding points until you brought something up.
Yeah, that's what I kind of got from that.
Because the idea is if a jock comes in who's super buff, he can't win the game if it's nothing but mental challenges.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like, you signed up for this game because you think you can be able to do this one thing really well, but let's see how you do with these things.
Gotcha.
It's supposed to like shake things up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was just confused as to how you win you go on as a contestant, how do you walk away with the win? Which I just think you just needed more time to flesh out. I just think you needed more time is basically, yeah.
My big thing with it kind of builds off Jack's. I like the idea of it being a bunch of random mini games. I got the vibe of it being very similar to like Wheel of Fortune, where it's like, hey, you get 3 random contestants for a couple of games. I feel like when you do it like that, you miss a big part of what makes reality TV, which is all the drama that happens between the contestants in it. So the only thing I say about it would be to make it like a set of characters that get eliminated, or not characters, but like a cast that gets eliminated as each episode happens. And then like you can dedicate an episode to one of these crazy challenges, to a massive game of it with each contestant, or even maybe 2 mini games. And I just feel like there was the missing part of the big heart of reality TV, which is the drama. I like all these mini games. They sound like a bunch of fun, and they would be a lot of fun to watch. But for the purpose of reality TV, I think you just kind of need, it shouldn't be, hey, you get maybe 3 of these, and then you only get these 3 contestants for one episode. Whereas like reality TV game shows, you follow a group of contestants for a season. And then that way you get to see their all reactions and kind of want to root for them. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It just kind of felt like something was missing.
Yeah. You focused a lot more on the game show aspect of it.
I did.
And which I can respect in that. That part I did really enjoy.
Yeah. You did really great for what you were going for. You reached your goal. Maybe not the goal of what we're doing. Wait, that sounds familiar.
Who does that sound like, Jack?
I don't know.
Listen,
some
you guys are playing checkers. I'm over there playing chess on a beach ball running down the highway.
I was going to say, like, why chess?
I was going to say, if anyone's playing chess, wouldn't it be us?
Yeah, but then you said on a beach ball running down the highway.
Yeah, that checks out.
Against a beach ball running down a highway.
No, you're on the beach ball, and you're holding the tray just out in front of you being like, okay, night 2.
Add it to your list of games.
Yeah.
What should I call it? Just beach ball on a highway?
Beach chess.
Rolling chess. Yeah.
Beach chess.
Yeah.
All right. Overall, not bad.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with mine, at least. I'm not sure how you 2 feel about yours, but I'm probably the one that watched the most reality TV, so therefore I probably got a bigger kick out of it.
For the prompt, I enjoyed myself.
Yeah. Personally, I just wanted to do a game show because I love game shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are technically reality TV, as you said.
Yeah.
When you said that reality TV included game shows, I considered abandoning the concept I pitched in favor of a game show. But then I was like, shoot, I don't have a concept for a game show, and we're about to start the 30 minutes. I can't do that.
Yeah. All right, so I guess the general question overall is, would you watch the show that you pitched?
I'd watch Austin's, and if Krais had more time to flesh his out, I'd probably watch his. I would not watch mine.
Remind me to show you Game Changer because it's basically similar to mine, but you don't know the games beforehand.
Gotcha.
Biasness, I would definitely watch mine.
Yeah.
I think yours is the most.
I'd probably watch a couple episodes of Krais's. I don't think I would watch yours, Jack, just because like that kind of drama doesn't really interest me a whole lot.
Yeah, and
that's what kind of the whole thing of the show was.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'd rather watch people do more competitive stuff, and that.
Yeah.
And that's like I watched a lot more of the competing shows like Survivor, Big Brother, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Again, like that's this part of the stuff I enjoy in Survivor, and then like I like some of the drama, but I don't like it overall. So I'm gonna only do the drama. Yeah. But again, I was going for a bad pitch.
Yeah.
See, I never liked the drama because like it's just I have enough drama in my life on the day to day. I don't need to see other people's drama.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I only like it when it's like very obvious, like doing like you're intentionally creating drama.
Yeah.
And then it's funny at that point. That's what I like.
Yeah. So, y'all ready to see what's next?
No, I was stalling, but okay.
Yeah.
Guys, relax. Y'all act like this is Face Off.
We've got some really good ones on here, but we also have ones that like this one where it's not for everyone. But that's what this is.
Yeah, it helps us expand outside of our normal comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's great. It's just sometimes I don't like it.
Yeah.
And
hence the point of.
And sometimes get really fun and crazy ones.
Yeah.
Like Krais's.
Yeah.
Hi.
All right. Let's
Stop stalling.
do this. Create a Disney platform fighter.
Ooh, okay.
This one should be fun.
Yeah, this one's...
I mentioned this in the last episode of doing this as my remake.
Yeah.
Now
we're
so I
on
get to
camp.
do both. Best of both worlds here.
Yeah, this one will be really fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what we come up with for originality.
Yeah.
Because we could just do, something like Super Smash Bros. Where it's just we got a roster of characters and a bunch of arenas and we fight.
But I guess the thing that's really going to drive everyone's apart is what game modes you're going to focus on.
Exactly.
As well as your roster and how many.
The roster is going to be the biggest thing. But yeah, I think each of us are going to have something different.
I think the 3 biggest things when focusing on this one will be roster, game modes, and maps.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one should be fun.
Yeah, Disney Platform Fighter is the rule.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. Thank you all for listening to this episode of the Three Not So Wise Men.
The show where Austin forgets the name of the show for a second.
Yeah, because to be honest, I almost said Face Off again. But it is what it is. Thank you all for listening, and we hope you catch the next one.
Or don't. I don't. Nah.
Imagine if through that whole time we weren't recording at all.
And that was the 3 Not So Wise Men. Krais Baker, Jack Green, Austin Michaelis. And a huge shout out to Louis Trotter for making our intro music. So happy trails and ta-ta for now.